Hi everybody, it's Vic coming back to you guys with another ASMR tidbit. And you're probably wondering what you're looking at. And this is my favorites folder on our Fire Stick, on our TV in our living room. And basically, I thought that these ASMR videos would be fun little relaxation tidbits, as I'm calling them, to get you guys through waiting for me to come back with an actual full-length role play or video. As always, your patience is greatly appreciated. I definitely want to start my reading ASMR. The Christmas book that I had showed you guys a couple months ago, I definitely want to start doing like chapter by chapter readings. Possibly delving more into my blogs. I definitely want to do Teresa role plays. I'm very excited to bring her back by popular demand, of course. And yeah, I definitely also want to do a video on my favorite movies and TV shows. And these are just a few. I had to take down our DVD rack. As you can see, my living room is a mess with toys, but right over here I had a DVD rack, and I had to take it down when Luciano got mobile. So now my living room is complete with toys everywhere, and as you can see, I've had to put in that little nook right there with all his toys, and when he goes to bed every night, I put the toys away over there. And we have to put this over there so that he can't yank at all of our boxes and whatnot. But I thought this would be fun to go through my little Fire Stick and show you guys some movies that are my favorites. And we are going to start at the top. We have the movie Mask from 1985, which is an excellent movie. I'm a big 80s fan because I was born in 82, so I grew up in the 80s. Lucas is another favorite. It's really sad because Corey Haim, the actor that plays in this, was one of my favorite child stars, and his best friend Corey Feldman is now coming forward. He passed away, Corey Haim. They played in a ton of movies together. I don't think Feldman was in Lucas, but I know Corey Haim, the actor that played in this, died, and Corey Feldman is now coming forward with all the pedophilia rings that are going on in Hollywood, which just makes me sick. So yeah, he was one of my favorite child actors. The Labyrinth from 1986. I mean, who doesn't love The Labyrinth? And Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal, which I don't think I have that on here, but The Labyrinth is with Jennifer Connelly, who is a well-known actress now, but this is from 1986. And I mean, it's The Labyrinth. It's a great movie. I love it. Also from 1986, The Wraith. I don't even know how to explain this. It's about like a car. I don't know. It's 80s movies are cheesy, but I think that's why I love them so much. And if we go down, we have Dirty Dancing, 1987. Obsessed, Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey. I mean, I don't even need to, there's no summary for Dirty Dancing. I think everybody's seen it. It's a great movie. From 1987, we have The Princess Bride, another great movie. An American Tail from 1986. And this movie is very special to me because that was the first movie I think I remember that I seen at the movies. My mom and my godmother, who's also my aunt, took me to go see this, me and my older cousin, and we just had a blast. The Karate Kid Part 2 from 1986 as well. And I think I have The Karate Kid Part 1. These unfortunately don't go in order, but alright, this is one of my all-time favorite movies. I own most of these on DVD as well. This is from 1987, Some Kind of Wonderful. Literally, I have no words for this movie and how I feel about it. I love this movie, as I do most 80s movies, as I said, but Some Kind of Wonderful, oh God, I can't even. Overboard from 1987 with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, who are still married and one of my favorite Hollywood couples of all time. Who doesn't love Goldie Hawn? I adore her. I adore him. I adored this movie, and I love it. Also from 87, Mannequin. They came out with a Mannequin 2, I believe in the early 90s. It's called Mannequin 2 on the Move. And I actually have Mannequin and Mannequin 2 in a double DVD set. And I really like Mannequin 2 a lot. Different actors, but the same type of thing. I actually like Mannequin 2 better, I think. I want to say my feelings on Kim Cattrall have changed a little bit since watching this feud with her and Sarah Jessica Parker over Sex and the City. I don't know what's going on with that, but she's not like my favorite. I loved her in Sex and the City. But Andrew McCarthy, who also played in Weekend at Bernie's, is like, he was like a super 80s hottie. Loved him. Flowers in the Attic, 1987. Sick movie. I hated her as an actress. Her, the one that played the grandmother. She also played Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson, and I couldn't stand her. And she played the same kind of evil bitch, if you will, in this movie. Very weird. It was about like 4 siblings that got locked in an attic, literally. And it was a great movie, like a great 80s movie, because I read the book by V.C. Andrews, and it was really good. But the premise, I think, of the movie in general is obviously very unrealistic and very strange. But it was a good 80s movie. All right, this is definitely my top 3 favorite 80s movies, along with Some Kind of Wonderful. No, probably top 5. Cocktail, 88 with Tom Cruise. I literally could watch this movie back to back to back to back to back and never get sick of it. I have a couple movies where if like somebody cast a spell on me and said, look, you can only pick 3 movies that you can watch over and over and over again, never get sick of, and back to back, what would they be? Cocktail is one of them, for sure. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. The next one is Mystic Pizza from also 1988. Super obsessed with this as well. I don't even know why I'm like going movie by movie. Basically, let's put it this way. Anything in the 80s, I'm obsessed with. Mystic Pizza with Julia Roberts, Annabeth Gish. What's his name? D'Onofrio. Vincent D'Onofrio, I think. Great movie about 2 sisters and their best friend that work at a pizza shop in Mystic, which I believe is in New England. And it's just the 80s. I just can't get enough of it. I love it. Big with Tom Hanks, 1988. Super good movie. Love Tom Hanks. Yeah, I love Big. Willow, 1988. Now, not a lot of people, my husband makes fun of me that I watch all these because he's 7 years younger than me. He's 28 and I'm 35. So he's like, nobody likes your 1920s movies. He can get down with like Cocktail and the 80s movies, but like stuff like this, he's like, no, I don't like it, but I don't care. I love Willow. Willow with Val Kilmer, great movie. Beaches, 1988. Bette Midler, Barbara Hershey. Do not get me started on this. It is so sad, but so good. And I mean, really, Bette Midler. Bette Midler, I feel like, is like Barbara Streisand. Some people love her, some people hate her. Huge Streisand fan, huge Bette Midler fan, huge. Also 1988, Stand and Deliver with Edward James Olmos, and I believe that is, oh my God, what is his name? I know his name as an actor, and I'm going to be so pissed because I'm going to remember it after. Lou Diamond Phillips, I think, yes. Stand and Deliver. about a bunch of underprivileged, undereducated students who all pass this big math exam. Great movie. Great. We watched it in school. I loved it. Hairspray. Now, I am a big musical fan. I love musicals. Hairspray, the new one, well, it's not new, but newer with John Travolta, I liked better than the 80s one, but I mean, it's a classic. It's a classic 80s musical, so you can't really go wrong. Dead Poet Society, 89, with Robin Williams. I can't even talk about it because I'm so sad that he died, but anything with Robin Williams is pure gold, so. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is my number one favorite Christmas movie. Chevy Chase, Beverly Lewis, oh my gosh, I mean, Juliette Lewis, Danny Galecki, the kid from Roseanne, Cousin Eddie. I mean, how can you not love National Lampoon's? Obsessed as well. Say Anything from 1989. Now, this is on here, and believe it or not, I have not watched the whole thing. Sorry, guys, let me switch hands. My hands are getting tired. I've not watched the whole thing of Say Anything, but I heard it's really good, and I'm ashamed to say that that's the only 80s movies I've never watched. Little Mermaid. A lot of the cartoons are on here for Luciano, but who doesn't love some 80s and 90s cartoons? Oh, Sweet Uncle Buck from 1989. John Candy, another one who was gone too soon. Such a gifted actor. Uncle Buck is a John Hughes film, and John Hughes, I don't know how to say it. He made so many amazing masterpieces in the 80s and 90s. Gifted director. I love anything he directs, and Uncle Buck was definitely one of them. He was a big 80s producer, director. Uncle Buck, one of my favorite John Candy movies, along with Summer Rental. Love it. Steel Magnolias is also from 89, and award-winning cast, Oscars, Academy Awards. You laugh, you cry. It's Steel Magnolias, I feel like, literally finds a place in your heart and doesn't leave. It's such a good movie. Look Who's Talking, Kirstie Alley and John Travolta. Obsessed. I love the acting in this. Bruce Willis does the voice of Mikey. It's funny. Like I said, I love the 80s movies because they're so simple and they're so, I just love them. I love Look Who's Talking. Weekend at Bernie's, again, Andrew McCarthy, and awesome movie. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Don't even want to talk about it because my dogs are also like my kids. Bawled my eyes out, still bawl my eyes out, but nevertheless, great movie. I do have all the Rockies. I am a big Rocky fan, big Sylvester Stallone fan in real life, especially once I heard his story, which is on YouTube. You can YouTube the Sly Sylvester Stallone documentary and the life he led and how he wrote this movie, and they didn't want him in it because they thought he was stupid. And I mean, this empire that he made out of these Rocky movies, obsessed with all the Rockies. Mermaids with Cher and Winona Ryder and Christina Ricci. Cher is in it, and I think that's all I need to say about that. Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman, another movie we watched in school, when I was in school anyways, on that TV that they would like roll in on the wheels, because I'm old as dirt, and they would play it on a VCR. Teen Witch, another one of my top 5 80s movies that I could watch over and over and never get sick of. My husband always likes to say, "No one's coming here, sweet 16 party, Louise," and it's just, he does it in like a funny way. I can't do the impression as good as him, but I follow Robin Lively on Instagram. I love her. And for those of you that don't know, Robin Lively, who played Louise Miller, is also Blake Lively's half-sister in real life. So that's pretty interesting. Pretty Woman, Julie Roberts, Richard Gere. I'm not a huge Richard Gere fan. I loved him in this. Was not a fan of Runaway Bride. I think that was ridiculous putting the two. I mean, they had amazing chemistry in this movie. Me personally, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I didn't think they needed to put them back together. And Runaway Bride, wasn't a fan. But Pretty Woman, oh my God, amazing. In Italian fashion, because we're a bunch of Dagos around here, we have The Godfather, and I do have all the Godfathers on here, as well as DVD, as well as Goodfellas, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, really? Nothing But Trouble with Chevy Chase, Demi Moore, John Candy, and Dan Aykroyd. Love it. Love this movie. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I laugh every time I see it still. Great movie. Reese Witherspoon, probably one of her first, acting debuts. It's called The Man in the Moon from 1991. I can't really explain it, but check it out. It's a great movie. It might be on YouTube. I'm not sure. Oh, sweet Steve Martin. Love him. Love Kimberly Williams, now Paisley. She's married to Brad Paisley, and I believe he found out about her from this movie, Father of the Bride. I also believe I have part 2 on DVD, if not on Firestick. Macy, no. The dog was getting ready to bark. Return to the Blue Lagoon. Oh, I also have the first Blue Lagoon on here, and this was the second one. I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. Oh, I had to walk away because Macy was going to bark at the mailman. I'm sorry about that. All right, Return to the Blue Lagoon. Again, like I said, I have the first one on here. Amazing. Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia Roberts. Great movie. Definitely creepy, but great movie. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, Christina Applegate. I mean, really? I don't even need to say anything about this. Drop Dead Fred, Phoebe Cates, another funny movie from the early 90s. Aladdin, classic Disney movie. Beethoven, obsessed with Beethoven. I also like Beethoven 2, and I'm going to put Macy down now. Beethoven 2 was just as good as the first. I actually think I like the second one a little bit better. Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield. Hilarious. You can't go wrong with Rodney Dangerfield. He's hysterical. Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. Loved Fern Gully. Such a cute movie. I can't wait to watch these with Luciano. Super excited. A River Runs Through It. Narrated and directed by Robert Redford. Huge Robert Redford fan. And this movie, again, found a place in my soul and will not let go. It's such a good movie. A River Runs Through It is definitely in my top 10. I just love. I don't. You know what? I can't even narrow it down. I can't. Buffy the Vampire Slayer with Luke Perry and Christy Swanson. Bit low budget, a bit cheesy, but nevertheless a good movie. Hocus Pocus. Every Halloween I watch it, but it's definitely an all year round fave. Again, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker. I forgot that other lady's name, but she's hysterical. And The Sandlot. Even though I was born in 82, Benjamin Rodriguez, Benny, was every girl's first crush from The Sandlot. Do not deny it. You loved Benny the Jet Rodriguez. The Secret Garden from 1993. It's sets place in England, wherever. I don't know. Like I said, this is The Secret Garden, perfect example of a movie my husband would be like, hell no, I'm not watching that with you. Nevertheless, a great movie though, and definitely a classic. Grumpy Old Men, Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, and Margaret. Amazing movie, and how can you not love those two together? Rudy, definitely top 3 favorite football movies. It goes between Rudy, The Blind Side, Remember the Titans. Top 3 football movies, no argument. That's just that. Another one of my favorites. This is directed by Quentin Tarantino. This is True Romance with Patricia Arquette and Christian Slater. I could probably watch this movie over and over again and not get sick of it. I love True Romance. Really, really good movie. Dennis Hopper's in it. Christopher Walken. Brad Pitt even made a cameo in this movie. He played this like massive stoner. Val Kilmer. Gary Oldman. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. A Bronx Tale. You can't go wrong with a Bronx Tale in an Italian house. Rocky. I told you I have all the Rockies. And again, Godfather 1, Godfather 2, The Lion King, another classic Disney. Karina with Whoopi Goldberg, Ray Liotta, and I forgot that little girl's name, but super cute movie. Little Women. Oh, love this movie. Love this movie. Kirsten Dunst, Susan Sarandon, Claire Danes, Winona Ryder, Gabriel Byrons, isn't it? I believe Christian Stolte, the same guy that played in Some Kind of Wonderful. Great movie. Love it. I could watch it every Christmas. I could watch it year-round. Love it. The Little Rascals. I actually am not a huge fan of this movie, but I did save it for my son when he gets a little older because it's such a cute movie. Legends of the Fall. Never seen it. I have it on here because my parents have said it's like a must. Little Giants. Rick Moranis, Ed O'Neill. Huge Ed O'Neill fan. Huge. Love Little Giants. Obsessed. The River Wild with Meryl Streep. Again, never seen it, but it was recommended, so I downloaded it. My husband put Richie Rich on here with Macaulay Culkin. Because he grew up, he was born in 89. He loves like the 90s movies, and I love the 80s. Miracle on 34th Street, 1994. Oh, Elizabeth Perkins. The guy that played in Steel Magnolias. I forgot his name right now, but one of my favorite Christmas movies. Annie. Doesn't really need an explanation. It's Annie. Tom Cruise in 83. All the Right Moves. Football movie. Check it out. Good flick. My number 2 favorite Christmas movie of all time. A Christmas Story. And yes, on Christmas Day, they put it on the channel TBS. It plays 24 hours, and I let it just play on replay all Christmas Day. The Outsiders. Love the book. Love the movie. Check it out. It's a great movie. I love it. Rocky. As per the Rocky, I don't even want to say trilogy because there's more, but obviously Rocky 3. The Secret of Nymph. The Year I Was Born. Great cartoon movie. Saving it for my son. Diner. I mean, again, The Year I Was Born, but I love Diner. Steve Guttenberg, Kevin Bacon. I forgot the other guy's names. Paul Reiser, I believe, but great movie. Endless Love with Brooke Shields. Oh my God. Again, so unrealistic, but so good. These ones are a little newer. We have Girls Trip, Rough Night, which was hysterical. The Big Sick, another new one. Super, super good movie. I loved it. The Fox and the Hound. Okay, I'm already getting choked up. I can't even. Snatched with Goldie Hawn and Amy Schumer. I'm really not an Amy Schumer fan at all. I just think she's very crass and potty mouth. I think she's the definition. I mean, I like her. Like, I don't think she represents what being a lady is all about. You know, I heard she steals jokes from people to do like her stand-up skits. I'm just not really an Amy Schumer fan. I don't hate her. I just, like I said, I just don't like. I like her movies because she's acting in the movies, but the roles she picks are very suiting because, like I said, she's not very ladylike, so I'm not really an Amy Schumer fan. Rocky 2, The Champ, John Voight, Faye Dunaway. John Voight is Angelina Jolie's father in real life. That is Ricky Schroeder as a child, and Hocus Pocus, it's a double. Jack with Robin Williams, amazing. Who doesn't love Jack? Oh my God. The Evening Star, which is a part 2 of Terms of Endearment with Shirley MacLaine, Juliette Lewis. Oh God, that movie, because I'm really close with my mom, so Terms of Endearment was like a big movie for us, as well as Steel Magnolias. I just can't even. 101 Dalmatians, Glenn Close. Glenn Close is an amazing actress. James and the Giant Peach, 1996. Love it. House Arrest. Really? where they lock their parents in the basement. Oh my God, I love House Arrest. Catch Me If You Can, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Christopher Walken, amazing. A Walk to Remember, Mandy Moore. I have to sneeze, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, excuse me. The Hot Chick, another movie my husband put on here, but definitely funny. Enough. Again, kind of a low budget film, but J-Lo's in it, so I love it. Phone Booth. Unrealistic and kind of stupid, but it's worth a watch, I guess. 40 Days and 40 Nights. Josh Hartnett, another movie my husband put on here, but it's good. The Sweetest Thing. My maid of honor that was in my wedding, this was like mine and hers movies in the mine and her movie in the early 2000s. Loved it. The Good Girl with Jennifer Aniston. Definitely a low budget film. Jake Gyllenhaal also in it, but it's worth a watch. Orange County, Jack Black and Tom Hanks's son in real life. So stupid, but so funny. All right, I'm going to scroll fast through these. These are all the Little House on the Prairie seasons. I'm obsessed with that show. I don't care if you make fun of me. Haters going to say it's fake, but I love Little House on the Prairie. The Cosby Show. I know, Bill Cosby, all the stuff he did, but I still like the show, nevertheless. Again, this is not about political stuff. This is just me loving on some Cosby Show. Titanic. I mean, really? Doesn't even need, an explanation. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm not a huge horror movie fan. That's actually the one genre that I'm not, crazy about, only because I'm literally a baby and I get scared of everything. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I love the Michael Myers Halloweens. I'm not a fan of this, new age horror. I think it's stupid. I think a lot of them are, poorly written and directed. I mean, the old school stuff, like the 1970s Jamie Lee Curtis Michael Myers movies, absolutely. I will sleep with the light on for days. But I like this because it wasn't that scary. My Best Friend's Wedding, Julie Roberts. Oh, Cameron Diaz. Dermot Mulroney, I think that's his name. Oh my God, love it. Donnie Brasco. Life is Beautiful. Okay, let me tell you about this. This is all subtitles because it's in Italian, but it's worth reading. It will literally, you will sob for days and days because it truly is a beautiful movie. And whenever I want an uplifting inspiration, I YouTube Roberto Benici's acceptance speech for Life is Beautiful. YouTube it. He gives the most amazing speech. He's Italian. He can't speak very good English, but it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The Borrowers with John Goodman. Another great one from the 90s. Fools Rush In. Fried Green Tomatoes. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Another good one. Pocahontas. And these are another favorite trilogy of mine. A lot of people think they're stupid. I don't. It's the Anne of Green Gables trilogy. With Megan Follows. I love it. I love Anne of Green Gables. It just brings me back to childhood, and I just love it. Clueless. I mean, as if. Who doesn't love Alicia Silverstone and Clueless? Casino is obviously in our favorites because it's Casino. Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, Joe Pesci. Casino. Casper with Christina Ricci and Devon Sawa, I think his name is. I love it. Grumpier Old Men, that's the second one. Now and Then, one of my favorite movies with all of these fabulous actresses. Dangerous Minds, badass 90s movie with Michelle Pfeiffer. And it's funny because my dad's sister looks just like Michelle Pfeiffer, so every time I see her, I think of her, but great movie. The Babysitter's Club, I love that movie. I don't care what anybody says. A Little Princess, I love that movie. Father of the Bride 2, probably one of my most inspiring movies on my list. Mr. Holland's Opus with Richard Dreyfuss, Olympia Dukakis. Amazing, amazing, heartstring-tugging movies. I love it. How to Make an American Quilt with Winona Ryder. Bye Bye Love, Trolls, Luciano's favorite, A Dog's Purpose, The Face on the Milk Carton, a 90s movie, good movie, Freaky Friday, the original from the 90s, well, the second original, Jodie Foster played in the first one, Frozen, Finding Dory, Tangled, Up, The Wizard of Oz, That's a Duplicate, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, The Karate Kid, Mary Poppins, I'm scrolling through fast because this video is long, Willy Wonka, It's a Wonderful Life, 50 Shades, Beauty and the Beast, the new one, Narnia, Prince Caspian, Enchanted, 50 Shades Darker, The Notebook, Twilight, all the Roseannes, The Sound of Music, Curly Sue, one of my favorites. Seems Like Old Times with Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase and Charles Grodin. Such a good movie. All the Full House seasons, Practical Magic and Halloween Town, Rocky Balboa, The Secrets of Jonathan Sperry, another good one. What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams, another great one. Cuba Gooding Jr., Annabella Scoria, great movie. The Wiz, Pretty Baby with Brooke Shields, a little bit controversial, but a good movie. The Blue Lagoon, Somewhere in Time with Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeve. Jersey Boys, one of my favorite musicals of all time. Coal Miner's Daughter with Sissy Spacek, so good. Saved by the Bells, St. Elmo's Fire. Oh, St. Elmo's Fire. Grudge Match, Delivery Man, Goodbye Christopher Robin, The Departed, The Butler, all the Jersey Shores, because who doesn't like to get, like, I don't even know some of their sayings anymore, but I gotta have the Jersey Shores. Gold Diggers, The Secret of Bear Mountain, one of my favorite movies with Christina Ricci. I love it. Not a lot of people have heard about it, but it's amazing. A Chorus Line, top 3 favorite musicals as well. 3 Men and a Baby, love it. Adventures in Babysitting, Baby Cakes with Ricky Lake, one of my favorite 80s movies on that list. Obsessed, back to back, never get sick of it. Why Do Fools Fall in Love with Halle Berry, Vivica A. Fox, a really good movie based on a true story. I'm also super into Lifetime movies, and this is on my list. It's called Lying Eyes. All the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I'm not a huge reality TV star fan, but yes, I do love me some Real Housewives of New Jersey. Weekend at Bernie's 2, Just Go With It. This Is Us, which is literally my favorite TV show in the whole world. All the Chicago Fires, my other second favorite TV show. Dutch with Ed O'Neill. Oh my God, one of my favorite movies. Heavyweights